we are going to be turning this old chicken coop into a shop because I want to. And I already got at least the usable ground cleaned up fairly nicely. So for today, we are going to be trying to find the electricity in here. I know there is some because we used to have heat lamps and stuff. And we're going to be cutting this chimney a little bit higher so that my forge can sit underneath it. So I want my forge underneath this chimney so that the smoke can escape. But this is far too low so the smoke can't actually get in there. And I need it even higher because this is really low. So I want it propped up on something. So I'll just cut this down a little bit. This is what I think the forge is going to look like. I replaced the old stand for this fireplace with this hubcap, or I don't know if it's a hubcap, a wheel, because it fits really good still, but it's a lot smaller, so I don't need a giant base. When the time comes to fill this hole, this chicken wire is going to have to go, so we'll just cut it off now. So we got the chicken wire off, and now the next step, which is one of the hardest steps, I think, we're gonna have to line pretty much the whole inside of this with tin like that chicken nest is made out of. We're also gonna have to line the outside of it so that the forge doesn't catch anything on fire. Okay, it is 11 3/4 by 14 3/4. We will try to find some aluminum or tin or whatever I can find that sort of fits it, but if we can't find something that fits it, we'll make something that fits it. So I found this piece of siding / roofing in the scrap pile, and I measured it out. It's a little bit over 14 inches wide, like 3 more inches. So we can't make 2 across, but we can make 2 across this way. So I made a halfway point right here with these little shears, or not little, but shears. So I'll be able to make 2 14-inch pieces out of this piece of siding. It don't gotta be perfect, no one's gonna see it. So now I'll use these shears to just cut along my line. So right now I'm just trying to stuff 1/2 up in there because I really don't want to cut that again. So we're gonna try our best. That second one took quite a while, but I got it done. So I found this thing in the barn, and I think it will fit the chimney fairly well, but it needs to be bent into shape, so we're gonna work on that. So I've decided that that thing I just showed you was not necessary unless my dad makes it necessary. So I'm gonna use some of this and kind of just line it on the side of the chimney, maybe tuck a little bit underneath there, and we should be good. So I couldn't hold up the tin. I don't know if it's tin, but we're gonna call it tin. I couldn't hold up the tin, the hammer, plus the nail, and get close enough to the chimney to actually pound the nail in. So I used the old part of the chimney that I cut off to kind of prop it up a little bit. Works pretty good. So I have to bend this tin around here. It's gonna be tough, but I think I can get it done. So I got a couple nails in. I got 1, 2, 3 just to hold it down. But now we need to make it flat because you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it rounds. And I need it to just be an angle. So we're gonna try to fix that by nailing in a couple more nails. So I got pretty much as good as it's gonna get. It still rounds a little bit, but it's on there and it's not coming off. Next piece, it can't go all the way up because this rafter, I'm pretty sure they're called. So we have to cut off some just so that it's in line with everything else. So this black marker is where we're gonna start cutting. This is the first piece of tin that I set up, and then I set up a little bit of the next piece, but it's not wrapped around yet. And first of all, I really need to get back here, and second of all, I don't want a bunch of chicken poop in my shop, so we're gonna take that out. So I got all the roosts off, but now time for these 2x4s, which are only connected in one place because they swing. I don't know why they did that, but they did. It makes my job easier. That was not as easy as I thought it would be. The guy that made it bent the nail over in the back, so there was no getting that thing out because I didn't have enough room to pry. So I just broke the board. I got the big gun, so we can really go to town now. So it's getting too dark in there to film, but I'll keep going at it. This is what I have so far, quite a bit, and yeah, I'll catch you back in the morning. All right, this is the next day. It snowed a little bit overnight, as you can see, and I got the roosts, or I think they're called roosts. I got them all out, but this video is coming to about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm gonna make a part 2 and hopefully finish it up in part 2. See you then. So this is editor Kip. There was about 30 to 40 minutes worth of footage, but I realize now that I cut out most of it. I wasn't planning on it. So this video is only gonna be about 8 minutes, but I'm still making a part 2 sometime soon.